New York Islanders, the first of two meetings this year, and the VGK looking to get back on the winning track. Take a look at our starting goaltenders. They're brought to you by Adam Kuttner. Robin Lehner has started all the games for the Golden Knights so far this season. Of course, a Vezina finalist with the New York Islanders 3 years ago. And at the other end of the ice, Ilya Sorokin has started every game for the Islanders. Their number one man, Semyon Varlamov, still out with injury. Golden Knights and Islanders underway at T-Mobile. So the Islanders played and won in Arizona last night. They're at 2-2-1 through 5 games, all on the road. And the VGK 1-3 out of the gates. Vegas losing 3 in a row in regulation for the first time under Pete DeBoer. And icing on the Islanders to stop play and put the face-off back in their end.
Look at the keys of the game brought to you by your Desert Ford dealers. For the Golden Knights, certainly quick, clean in the D zone. They want to be better, limit their turnovers and those chances they've allowed for the opposition in a consistent 60. I think that's an important part. They've liked pieces of their game, but putting it all together throughout the full 60-minute game.
You're just joining us, the Golden Knights without 6 regulars in their lineup. The most recent addition, Nolan Patrick, a late scratch, day-to-day with an upper body injury. Jake Lecision draws into the lineup for him. Here's Jonathan Marchessault, feeds it towards William Karlsson. That got denied in tight by Sorokin. This line had a tough night Friday night, -3 as Daniil Miromanov, his first shot on goal in his NHL debut, turned aside by Sorokin. Miromanov racing back into his own end, paired with Braden McNabb. Now Smith up the wall to Marchessault, can't chip it out. Adam Pelling bats it down, but here's McNabb with some open ice. Braden McNabb to the blue line, busting down the wing now, throws it across, and Nick Hague has it. Long wrist shot, missed wide left. Riley Smith to keep it alive. Nick Waugh had a goal and an assist Friday night. He'll dish it off to Marchessault. Shoved down by Pelech, who had lost his stick earlier in the shift. Pietrangelo keeps it in. Pietrangelo holds it. Had a poke checked off his stick. Good hustle by Kolesar to keep that puck into the blue line as he just hopped on the ice. Now Waugh in the corner. Hague in the battle as well against 3 Islanders. Brock Nelson comes away with it. Waugh retrieves it. He'll carry it behind the net. Nelson takes it away, but the Golden Knights maintain the heat on the offensive end. Here's Waugh, and a save Sorokin. Nice setup. Kolesar to Waugh for the chance. Kolesar, a little short feed to Waugh. Out in front towards Dadonov. Instead it's Pietrangelo with a wrist shot block. That hit Martin. Oh, relentless pressure by the Golden Knights in the opening couple of minutes. Pietrangelo looking to find a lane. His shot tipped over the net and out of play. And a whistle.
Well, I can't ask for a better start by the Golden Knights outside of putting the puck in the net. Real good offensive zone pressure. Nice little roll play as Waugh with a shot out high. You can see Dadonov parked right in front of Sorokin. Golden Knights, some good in-zone pressure here to begin the game. Well, as Sorokin mentioned, he's played in all the games and in a back-to-back situation playing in Arizona last night.
Now, Robin Lehner was the last Islander goaltender to play both ends of a back-to-back. You have to go back a ways for that, back in March of 2019. J.G. Pageau to center. His pass got blocked away back to the blue line. Same lineup for the Islanders they had in their win in Arizona last night. That was a 3-0 victory. Sorokin close to the shutout, making 26 saves. Pageau with a wrist shot. Save, Lehner, rebound, score! Josh Bailey put on the rebound on the first 2 Islander shots. And Bailey cashes in.
Doesn't take long for the Islanders to strike. Really their first opportunity of the game. And it's a turnover. Bailey just keeps it in. Nice little play to Pageau. The shot gets blocked. There's saved by Lehner on the initial shot, and it goes right to Bailey. Stevenson can't stay there in time. Traffic in front. And Josh Bailey with his first of the year to give the Islanders the 1-0 lead.
And Josh Bailey with that goal, his 514th point of his career, 10th all-time, all alone, ahead of the great Bob Nystrom in Islanders history. Here's Riley Smith racing in. And he'll feed it off towards William Karlsson. So the Islanders in their first foray into the offensive end. Lehner made the initial save. The rebound was there for the taking, though. And Bailey got inside position on Stevenson to bury it. Now into the corner, Zach Parise. Trying to move it. Pietrangelo blocks the pass. Marchessault on the wing. And this line certainly with an extra onus on them to provide offense without so many key people in the lineup up front. They were -3 Friday night as a unit. Pietrangelo winds it around. Nick Hague will keep it in. Zips it across for Jonathan Marchessault. He'll slide it in behind the net. William Karlsson picks it up. Leaned on by Pelech. Marchessault trying to go backdoor to Smith. Pass got blocked by Brian Pulock. Karlsson in the corner for Smith. Out high. His shot blocked. And ricochets right to Alex Pietrangelo. Crossed on a Hague. Shot. Parisi blocks that one. Deflects high in the air and out of play. And a whistle. Just about 3.5 minutes into the game. The Islanders with the early lead.
As a look at head coach Barry Trotz, 4th season with the Islanders after winning a cup with the Washington Capitals. Done a great job with his Islanders team, taking them so close, but they haven't been able to get past the Tampa Bay Lightning, who've won the last 2 Stanley Cups.
And the Islanders, it was kind of an un-Barry Trotz-like start to the season. They gave up 11 goals in their first 2 games, losing to Carolina and Florida, but they have shut it down since then. They've allowed just 4 goals in 3 games since, including the shutout win in Arizona last night. They kept the Coyotes winless at 0-4-1. There's McNabb to play it up the glass and out. Will Carrier picks it up. Squeezed off by Scott Mayfield. So Jake Lecision along with Brett Houghton and Will Carrier, the 4th line tonight. Airman off of the wrist shot, blocked in front. And the rebound to the corner as Carrier hit the deck. Carrier with a body on Beauvillier. And now Andy Green will start it out. Kyle Palmieri to center, softly sends it in. Robin Leonard to play it himself. Anthony Beauvillier on the forecheck. And it worked his way loose. He and McNabb both go down. Clutterbuck with a body on Waugh. And then Clutterbuck went down. Waugh looking to filter it out. Cizikas keeps it in. Beauvillier back to the line for Pulock. He'll wrist it off the end wall. Cizikas to Clutterbuck. Watched by Waugh. And a loose puck to Braden McNabb. Evgeny Dodonov to Nick Waugh at center ice. Into the Islander end. Pass to Keaton Kolasar blocked. Back the other way come the Islanders. Cizikas and Clutterbuck 2-on-2. Clutterbuck into the corner. Clutterbuck had a goal in Arizona last night. Pulock with a wrister blocked. Kolasar looking to move it out. He does. Pulock will take it back. And now Zdeno Chara, the 44-year-old veteran, back with the Islanders, back where it all began for him. First 4 years of his NHL career on the island. Barzal put it off the post in tight. Set up on a bang-bang play by Bailey. Matt Barzal, the Islanders' top scorer, 4 years running, almost extended the lead.
Well, those are the plays Golden Knights have talked about defensively. It's not a lot, but when it happens, they're giving up grade A opportunities.
Krebs into the offensive end. Zips it across to Theodore. Now Hague with a wrist shot missed. Janmark was looking for the tip. So Stevenson, Krebs, and Janmark out there right now. Andy Green will come away with it. The veteran defenseman will turn 39 this coming Saturday. Barzal looking to cut in. Hague rides him to the end boards. And now Peyton Krebs will start it back. Up ahead to Riley Smith. Into the Islander end, slams the brakes on. Little stutter step move on Pelech. Got Mayfield, a little bit of daylight, able to sidestep Smith and move his way up the ice. Gains the red line and wires it in. Pietrangelo had a jump off his stick. Parisi looking to center it. Leonard gets a piece of it. Trying to cover, it's still loose. Wahlstrom kicks it back to Pelech. Bumped down by Marchessault, and the Golden Knights look to break. Wahlstrom, good work to tie up Marchessault. Here's Karlsson. He'll roll up along the wing. But the puck back to neutral ice.
Well, Pietrangelo, when he's trying to play that puck on the wall, I think his blade got caught and broke.
Karlsson wristing it on net. Sorokin with a glove save. He'll hold it. 13:38 to go in the opening period. The Islanders strike first on the goal by Josh Bailey. They lead it 1-0, and that man, Zdeno Chara, 44 years old, now at 1,614 career games. 12th all-time, Shane, that's among everybody, but if he stays healthy by the time it's all said and done this year, he will have played in more games than any defenseman in the history of the game, and certainly the big highlight for him at the bottom of that screen is Stanley Cup champ with the Bruins in 2011.
Well, certainly it's an impressive resume, and to play that long and be as dominant as he's been for the majority of his career.
McNabb back at the line. Now here's Waugh, feeds it in the middle of the ice, taken away by Nelson. And Palmieri flips it in deep. Near man off. Up ahead, Kolasar tips it to Dodonov. Back to Kolasar again. His pass picked off though by Palmieri, who in turn gave it right back to Kolasar. Now Braden McNabb and Daniil Miramanov, undrafted, signed as a free agent by the Golden Knights. Spent some time last year with Henderson. He was saying the other day that he was fortunate enough to come to the Golden Knights playoff games and experience the atmosphere here in the Fortress against Minnesota and Colorado. Theodore up ahead. Lecision has it now into the offensive end. Now in deep, Andy Green. Howden there, so is Carrier. Here's Theodore out top. He'll play it off the end boards. Kicks out in front to Lecision, and a save made by Sorokin. Jake Lecision in his third NHL game had the chance, and the puck goes on to play.
Well, this is a smart play by Theodore at the point. When you don't recognize you have that shot lane to the net, he's going to shoot it wide. He plays it for the bank. And Lecision, good body position, gets inside of Dobson, trying to get to that loose puck that comes off. You see the position, fights the puck, gets a little backhand away, but it's right into the chest of Sorokin. We'll get a chance for Jake Lecision.
Real good opportunity. Josh Bailey, the goal for the Islanders, 6 points in 7 career games against the VGK. He picked up a rebound of a J.G. Pajot shot. Those are the only 2 shots the Islanders have so far in this game. Janmark will play it in deep. Noah Dobson around the boards to Kyle Palmieri. Sealed off by Shea Theodore. The puck stays in the zone. Stevenson looking. Janmark has it. Here's Dylan Coghlan. He'll shovel in and around the boards. Chandler Stevenson on the wing. Back to Shea Theodore. A little shake and bake on Kyle Palmieri. Has a little daylight now. His shot, and Sorokin able to find that with Krebs looking to provide the screen. And he'll hold for a face-off. We mentioned Zdeno Chara, Shane. Well, here's what I want to know. Who's the guy to his left?
Yeah, that was 2011. So that was my, just to put in perspective, that was my last year. 11 years in the NHL. I played with Chara in Ottawa in my second year. Since then, I've been broadcasting now. Is this 10 year? 10 or 11? I can't remember. And he's still playing. Plus, he played before me with the Islanders before Ottawa. It's just, he's done a lot more in that time than me.
It's Pietrangelo with a wrist shot. Now the years are just going by. He's 44. Still a great desire to play. 14 years in Boston.
And the ultimate professional. I had a chance to play, like I said, mentioned both in Ottawa for 3 years and then in Boston for 2.
Carlson on the move. Backhander kicked away by Sorokin. And Marchessault will reload in the neutral zone. Shots are 7-2 for the Golden Knights. Don't have anything to show for it just yet. Haig lines it in deep. Mayfield able to send it up the boards. Carlson picks it up. Going to shovel it down a little further to Smith, looking back door. McNabb was cutting in, but good work defensively by Parisi to tie him up. And an icing on the Islanders. And good work by Zach Parisi. You got a couple of players there, Shane. Parisi bought out final 4 years of his deal by Minnesota. Zdeno Chara coming over in the offseason. The 2 big additions for them.
There, and a good play by Parisi as McNabb trying to sneak down that backdoor play. Smith looking for him, and Parisi just reads it. Gets his stick there just in time. Kind of knocks it out of the air. But yeah, Parisi, a veteran player, and kind of connecting with Lou Lamoriello again.
Of course, Zach Parisi, a first-round pick for the Devils in 2003. Lou Lamoriello was building their cup teams. Shea Theodore in the corner. Pellick bumps him off the play, and he'll swing it around to Mayfield. Up the boards and out. Coghlan able to move it away from Barzell. And here's Keegan Kolasar. Into the Islander zone, pulls up, finds Coghlan. They'll play it out high, but he turned it over to Nelson. And the Islanders on the counterattack. Nelson trying to get by, Kolasar covering up. Nelson breaks to the net, and a big save, Leonard. And he'll cover it. A turnover at one end, and it led to Brock Nelson streaking into the other end of the rink.
Oh, and when we talk about the Golden Knights early this year, this is a good example. They play well for stretches, but then it's turnovers, their own mistakes that lead to chances the other way. And Brock Nelson taking advantage of Kolasar playing defense, goes wide on him. Nice little play back into the forehand, a big save by Leonard. As Brock Nelson trying to extend the lead for the Islanders.
Nelson had a goal and an assist last night. We saw from the Golden Knights Friday against Edmonton, a very opportunistic Oilers team. A couple of turnovers by the Golden Knights led to Edmonton goals. An Oilers team that doesn't need a lot of help. Get a penalty here with 10:25 to go in the period, and it will be the aforementioned Zdeno Chara going off for New York.
Call number 33. 2 minutes. Interference.
That was right on the play, right in front of the bench. And Chara runs in. It's a much bigger man as Howden goes down, but the puck nowhere near them. So the Golden Knights 0 for 9 this year in the power play. Will look to try and get that going, and a good chance here.
So the VGK, the only team in the league yet to score a power play goal this season. They also had a lengthy 5-on-3 for a minute 38 the other night, but couldn't cash in. So, William Karlsson with it now. Golden Knights power play brought to you by Adam Kuttner. Stevenson into the offensive end. Karlsson there as well. Stevenson looking to dig it out. Mayfield pressured by Karlsson. The battle continues in behind the net. Stevenson digs it out of the pile, leaned on by Cizikas. Theodore keeps it into the blue line, pressured by Clutterbuck. Good work by Theodore to keep it in right on the line. Now here's Smith looking, shot, and a glove save by Sorokin to get a piece of it. Mayfield can't get much on the clearing attempt. Theodore around, Stevenson lets it rip, saves Sorokin, and he stops Smith on the rebound chance. Theodore couldn't keep that one in. The Golden Knights will have to clear the zone. Now in comes Marchessault to the corner. He'll play it back to Karlsson. Theodore straight away. 50 seconds left on the power play. Jay Theodore looking. And feed it back to Stevenson. Zips it across to Theodore again. And a play in the slot. Clutterbuck intercepts, but Marchessault lifts his stick. Now Theodore for the one-timer. Blocked out high by Peugeot. Stevenson and Green in deep. Loose puck to Clutterbuck, and he'll send it down the ice.
Well, it's got to be a little cleaner, a little quicker on the passes. They did a good job on puck recovery, winning battles, but the one chance by Stevenson and a quick rebound in front.
Shots were 11-4 for the Golden Knights. Islanders went over 7 minutes without a shot after getting the early goal, but it was a great chance, but Nelson broke in. Dodonna breaks in here, and a save made Sorokin along the near post. 4 shots on the power play, which is over now. Chara steps out of the box. Green has it. Zips it up ahead, intended for Nelson, got tipped. Going to be offside as he plays it. So he'll let it go, and the Golden Knights will have a free clear. Peyton Krebs stick handling his way up the ice. Dangles into the Islander zone. Pulls up, looking for some help. Finds McNabb. He'll run it in deep. Now in the corner, it's Howden for Waugh. Wahlstrom gets it back, and he'll lob it out. Anders Lee, the Islander captain, 12 goals in 27 games last year before missing the rest of the season with a torn ACL. Lee has it in deep, centered it. Out to the line, Dobson, his drive, saved Leonard. Rebound kicks out to Waugh. Thought about trying to spring Janmark, but didn't have a clear lane, so he goes indirect down the boards. And now Waugh back to McNabb at the blue line. Couple of steps to his right. Mirmanoff looking. Wrist shot blocked away by the skate of Wahlstrom. Loose puck. Zach Parise comes away with it.
Now, you like to compete from the Golden Knights here. Done a real good job playing with speed. Krebs driving it deep, getting to the point. And those shots got to get through, and it had the traffic. It's just a little bit of confidence.
Parise puts it off the outside of the post. Now Pulock at the right point, backpedaling, swings it across to Andy Green. And Green will throw it in a little further. The Islanders have the oldest team in the league, but Chara and Green and Parise, that curve, they bring it up a bit in the A's department. Beauvillier plays it around. Zach Parise at 37, plays it back to the line. Pulock has his stick explode on him. Lecision up ice with Pulock without the twig. Lecision racing down the wing on Green. And Green played him nicely to the end boards. Anthony Beauvillier digs it out. And Beauvillier ran into the referee in deep, ran right into Graham Skilleter. And now Beauvillier has it. Anthony Beauvillier had a huge goal for the Islanders in the playoffs in Game 6 of the semifinals last year to force their series to 7 against Tampa. Up ice comes Cal Clutterbuck. Pietrangelo racing back. Clutterbuck with a wrist shot and a save. Leonard. Martin into the corner. Well, the Islanders haven't had a lot of chances. The ones they've had have been real good. Pietrangelo across. Pass block to the glass intended for Smith. Now Marchessault off to Smith in deep. Marchessault looking, runs it back to Pietrangelo. Haig, open shot blocked by Mayfield, and he blocks it out of the zone.
And you've seen the Islanders have blocked a lot of key shots here. Vegas been leading in shots, certainly in shot attempts.
Haig will dump it into the far corner. Now Cizikas. Well, the Islanders have gone to the Final Four back-to-back years for the first time since the Dynasty team. They went to the semifinals 6 years in a row from 1979 to 84. 4 straight cups, 5 straight trips to the cup final. Waugh banks it up ahead to Colasar, but now Nelson gets it back. Waits for his teammates to get onside. Palmieri darting down the wing, down, back up. Nelson gonna put it on net, and Leonard gloves it. It's kind of a knuckler in on Leonard. Nelson didn't get a lot on it. Just under 5 to go in the opening period at T-Mobile Arena tonight. Scout Clutterbuck with a good chance, but Robin Leonard turned it away.
The Golden Knights trailing 1-0 here in their 5th game of the season, and if it seems like you've seen a different lineup in every game, that's probably because you have. In fact, 27 different Golden Knights have worn the sweater for this team, have played at least 1 game for this team. Only other teams close are Colorado and Seattle, and they were dealing with COVID injuries. Pete DeBoer was asked if he's ever experienced anything like this, and he said not to this many key players this early. Not great, guys, but hopefully they can power through, because successful teams have to face some kind of adversity, right?
No question, Ashley. You know, he had also said, look, you never want to go through it, but I guess better now than later in the season. But this has been crazy. Nolan Patrick, the latest player sidelined.
Well, every team faces adversity, different stages throughout the season, and you know, when it's injury, that's part of it, but when it's key injuries, it's different, and certainly you're right, probably better to go through it now. And you know, you like the game. They got out shooting 12-7, but the Islanders blocks right now in the game. They blocked 9 to just 1 by Vegas.
Ryan Craig, we had a chance to visit with the Golden Knights assistant coach this morning. He said trying to keep everything on an even keel and realize where they are in this season as the Golden Knights ice a chain. It is important to get, this is only the 5th game of the year. They've got a long road and a long journey ahead.
Well, that's so true, but as a player, you've got to feel good about your game. You know, playing and hearing you're getting better, you're progressing, you're getting closer to the detailed style of game the coach wants you to play. Still, it's the wins that kind of reassures that as a player, that builds your confidence. So, you know, and I think that's kind of the job of the coaches here. Stay the pass, stay with it.
Golden Knights in their first 4 games of the year had scored first. Islanders have the only goal of this one tonight. Puck goes all the way down. Radek Sorokin again for an ice. And the Golden Knights last year, when they scored first, they were the best team in the league. They lost 3 games all year. They were 31-3-2. They scored the first 4 games this year. They've lost 3 times, which is
the same deal. Yeah,
it's the same deal, but just a much different result. So try a different approach tonight.
Still lots of season left.
Yep. Draw in the Vegas end with 4:36 to go in the period. Battle for possession. Stevenson's down. So is Lee. Pietrangelo takes the puck. He'll start it out and dump it into the corner. So the Islanders still without Semyon Varlamov, their #1 goaltender, out with an injury. Krebs drops it off for Pietrangelo. We're hoping he's not too far away from returning between the pipes. Krebs plays it around. Janmark will dish it for Haig. His shot blocked in deep. Now Krebs keeps it moving. And a center at the Howden, but taken away by Lee, and he'll move it. Bailey dumps it in. Varlamov's injury is listed as soreness. I'm sore every day.
That's what Dave puts that in every morning to us.
There's Lecision through center ice. His shot deflected wide. And Barzal banks it up ahead. Here's Lee. Back to Barzal, streaking in. His shot blocked away by Theodore. And Dylan Coughlin can't clear. Parisi keeps it in. Barzal curls out high. Barzal looking, darting in behind the net. By the feet of the Wallstrom, it got blocked. Barzal stays with it. Pelech shovels it in behind the Vegas goal. Parisi trying to knife his way loose. Pelech with a long drive, deflected wide. Our Barzal chips it back. Mayfield looking, works a little give and go with Barzal. Barzal looking to center it. Howden down low at the coverage. Held in though by Wallstrom. Backdoor to Parisi, saved Leonard. Second chance put wide by Barzal. Carlson able to relieve the pressure.
Well, it's turnovers again. We talked about one of the keys of the game, quick and clean in the D zone. And that clean part is breakouts. Coughlin didn't get out. Theodore turned it over, and that creates chances as the Islanders maintain offensive zone possession.
Golden Knights have gone over 5 minutes without a shot at the other end since their power play. Cizikas turned away by Leonard. And now Smith up ahead for Marchessault. Miramanoff into the offensive zone, trying to work his way loose. In his NHL debut, the 24-year-old. Chara gets it back, and he'll take the high road to get it out. Offside. Clutterbuck breaking with Cizikas. 2:11 to go in the opening period. The Islanders have had some good chances on Robin Leonard, the most recent one from Casey Cizikas. And the only goal came from Riley Smith. It was a game the Golden Knights really dominated. Outshot the Islanders 43-19, and Marc-Andre Fleury posted the shutout.
Seems like it was longer than that. It's been a long time, but and now Leonard in goal for the Golden Knights facing his former team.
Ryan Craig was saying this morning, Shane, we said you haven't seen them in forever. He said, but one of the Final Four, each team in the last couple of years, you do kind of take a peek ahead. You watch the other team play on opposite nights in the semifinals. Start to break down a little video if you're potentially going to meet them.
Certainly, yeah. They've had all the scouting done on the New York Islanders and Tampa. Would have been the two teams they really watched the last 2 years as they were facing Dallas and then Montreal. So familiar. And the Islanders under Barry Trotz, they're such a structured team. You have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see.
Petrangelo, lead pass doesn't connect with Kolasar. He'll race in against Dobson. Kolasar keeps moving. And now Chara able to regain possession. And here's Dobson behind the net. Getting late in the opening period. 1-0 lead for the Islanders on a Josh Bailey goal, his first of the season. Pajot looking to chip it in a little further, went off of Miramanoff into the Vegas bench. And a whistle as a look at J.G. Pajot. He missed the Islander game Thursday with a stomach bug. Brock Nelson missed a game earlier in the week. Same deal, but J.G. Pajot has become a real good player for this Islander team, real versatile. And on a line here with, for the moment anyways, Lee and Bailey. Face-off between Lee and Stevenson. Last night was the first night that Barry Trotz had his full use of his top 12 forwards. Pete DeBoer would love that. Hasn't had it yet.
He said, good thing he put that lineup in pencil early in training camp because it has changed drastically for the Golden Knights.
Adam Pelech back to get it. Thanks it around to Scott Mayfield. The two significant deletions for the Islanders from last year. Jordan Eberle to Seattle in the expansion draft. They traded Nick Leddy to Detroit. And they brought in Zach Parise and Zdeno Chara. Pajot with a wrist shot. Saved Leonard. Has it between the pads. Wasn't sure initially, but he had it. He'll hold with 43 seconds to go. And now a word from Knock the Injury Long. As I look at Peyton Krebs, see his confidence building, Shane, more and more with each passing game and more responsible with the puck. And boy, he's got a lot of confidence to make plays.
He does, and it's growing every game he plays in. More and more times he's going to get comfortable. He talked about, he's adjusting how quick the NHL is compared to junior, compared to the American Hockey League, and making the proper adjustments.
Pulock at the right point with a wrist shot. That caromed wide of the net. It's off the end boards where Petrangelo picks it up. Marchessault with a high lob to center. And Ryan Pulock will take it back. Now Andy Green up ahead of Matt Barzal. They'll swing it in down the wall. Theodore looking to bank it. Battle for it in behind the net. Each of these teams in the same boat each of the last 2 years, losing in the semifinals. Theodore to the offensive end will swing it in a little bit further. Now Green up the glass and out. That'll kill the rest of the time, and the first period is history. Shots were 12-11 for the Golden Knights. Josh Bailey with the only goal at 2:16.
Oh, Vegas certainly had the start they wanted. I thought they took it to them early, but the Islanders strike on their first 2 shots. The second on a rebound, Bailey scored. After that, Vegas couple turnovers, but still need to find a way to get it to the back of the net.
5 aside. This 13 straight on the road for the Islanders, their longest road swing in team history. So this is the longest part of it. Their first 6 on the road. They go back home. Don't play again until Saturday in Nashville. That's a one-off. They have a 3-game swing, 1-game swing in New Jersey, a 2-game in Florida. But
that said, if you
that's
come,
a lot.
if you can come out of it, say above 500, sets up pretty well going into that new building and all those home games.
UBS Arena, November the 20th. That'll be the first game for the Islanders in this beautiful new arena, Belmont Park. We'll take on the Calgary Flames. Why the Calgary Flames? The old Atlanta Flames were the first ever opponent for the Islanders in the old Nassau Coliseum.
Oh, I'm glad you knew. You were probably at that game. I didn't know why, but you were able to clarify it.
I do remember that vaguely.
It was Stevenson in deep.
And he'll move it up to center. Janmark, little redirect to Krebs, trying to knife his way through. Into the corner with Bullock. Now Cizikas pulls up. For this fourth line, the identity line for the Islanders. If they're not the best fourth line in the league, they're right at the top of the discussion. Theodore looking, Carlson drive, blocked. If that hit Krebs or Bullock, and Bullock will flip it out.
I think that caught Peyton Krebs as he was driving to the front of the net.
Icing on the Islanders. We mentioned that the Islanders are going to have some new digs. $1.5 billion with a B. UBS Arena under construction, well under construction, and nearing its completion. That's why the Islanders are starting their first 13 games on the road. The atmosphere, Shane, on the old Nassau Coliseum was fantastic, especially in the playoffs last year, but a much needed new home for the Islanders on the horizon. Bullock will play it. Cizikas in the mix is 2. Clutterbuck battling with Pietrangelo. Carlson picks it out of the air. Marchessault into the corner. Out high, it's Theodore. Now Marchessault again with a wrist shot. Blocker saves Sorokin. Rebound and a save on Smith in tight. And the net's loose. Riley Smith had a good chance in the first and another one here in the second.
Yeah, this one's going to come off just to the left of Sorokin. Some good puck movement by the Golden Knights. A little pinch play, good support behind as Riley Smith rolls up top, and he's just going to kind of find that way. His little exchange with Theodore Marchessault, puck to the net. And watch Riley Smith parked in front, first chance, then he's going to try between the legs. 2 chances, the first one, Sorokin couldn't get much on that one. The second one gets blocked by Bullock. And Riley Smith, good chance. See that move a lot now, guys.
Yeah.
A little between the legs chip. Matthew Tkachuk likes to try it on the power play in Calgary.
Bouncing puck, McNabb kicks at it to keep it in. Nick Waugh trying to squeeze by Scott Mayfield. Maintains possession. Lays it off for Colasar. He fights through Mayfield, puts it out in front, taken away though by Nelson, and he'll flip it to the Vegas line where Craig McNabb has it. Now Colasar and Waugh. Nelson in the neighborhood. Dylan Coghlan. Adam Pelech comes away with it. Mayfield up ahead. Beauvillier tips it in deep. And Coghlan will drop it back. Now McNabb up ahead towards Bullock. Kicked it away. Keegan Colasar with a full head of steam into the offensive end. Cuts across. And he'll shovel it around the boards. McNabb keeps it alive. Steers it down further. Colasar knocked the stick right out of the hands of Green. Well, the puck back to the Vegas end.
I think it was Green who tried to kind of slash down on it, and then Colasar lifted up the same time, won the stick battle.
Jake Lecision driving in. A centering pass blocked by Noah Dobson. And behind the net, Carrier trying to dig it out. Cut off by Dobson. And a lead pass to Bailey. And Barzell breaking as well. Barzell with it. Walks in, little backhand save. Lederer along the short side. And Barzell, real dynamic player. He was dashing into the offensive zone on that rush. Here's Howden cutting in. Behind the net, Carrier. They'll lay it back to Haig at the blue line and across to Pietrangelo. Wrist shot through traffic. Sorokin made the save, and Bailey flips it out.
2 more guys right in front of the Golden Knights have done a real good job of getting bodies to the front of the net. And that time, Lecision and Howden.
With possession, Adam Pelech up the glass to center ice. JG Pajot, now Lee whips it wide of the net. And it kicks back out to neutral ice. Char looking to fend off Krebs. Zdeno Char, 1 year with the Capitals last year. They're signing a 1-year deal to go to the island. Sorokin waits for it to get in the trapezoid area and plays it around. Stevenson, along with the Enmark and Krebs up front. Theodore, Miromanov, wrist shot blocked away to the corner. Now Stevenson in deep. Gonna pull away from Lee. Swings it back towards the line, but Wahlstrom able to get a piece of that pass and knock it out. Jay Theodore inside his own territory. And now William Karlsson rolls back. And over 4 minutes gone in the second. Here's Smith trying to feed it towards Karlsson. The pass got blocked. Good work. Wahlstrom on the coverage down low, and Pellet clears it out. Oliver Wahlstrom did a terrific shot. His area, I'd like to see him improve his play away from the puck. He was a big defensive play in that sequence.
I talked about the players crashing. This time Howden going to the front, kind of fell down. And at the other end, Barzal went hard into the back wall. Goes to the backhand. Leonard didn't bite, stood up the whole time. And talking more about the corner of the front of the net. Both Howden and Lecision battle with Polak and Parise in front of the Islanders.
Offensive zone draw for the Golden Knights. Miromanov has it. And a feed Smith. Daniil Miromanov played forward his first 2 years in the Quebec League and was converted to a defenseman. Saw his offensive instincts in the preseason in 3 goals in 2 nights. Cizikas into the offensive end. Miromanov was saying the other day, it is the defensive part of the game he continues to work on. Green walking in, centers it. Miromanov lifting the stick of Matt Martin. William Karlsson to center. Had to thread the needle of Smith, but it got batted away. And Cizikas to the red line, sends it in. Clutterbuck in first. 7 of the last 9 years, the identity line has been together for the Islanders. It was a 2-year hiatus for Matt Martin when he was in Toronto, or Lou Lamoriello reacquired him from the Leafs. Palmieri to the offensive end, and a poke checked away by Theodore. He'll bank it out. Green moves it off to Polak. It's the first of 19 back-to-backs for the Islanders this season. Chara with a wrist shot. That deflected through the crease. Miromanov went down. Nelson, Leonard. Dadonov the other way. Feeds it in front, and Kolesar robbed by Sorokin. Oh, nice setup. Dadonov to Kolesar.
There's the best chance Vegas has had, and Keegan Kolesar, great play by Dadonov, just hanging on that puck and then able to thread that pass through.
Into the zone, Lecision. Pass blocked by Dobson. Dadonov gets it back. Dobson blocked that one too. And Barzal turns it up ice. He'll swing it in. Braden McNabb to give chase ahead of Barzal. Chips it towards Kolesar. Bailey joins the mix. Josh Bailey, the only goal of the game tonight in his 14th season with the Islanders. Lecision looking, darting in, feeds it towards the middle of Howden. He couldn't pull the trigger. Haig pitching in to keep it in. Carrier squeezed off in deep by Pelech. They want him to keep it moving, and they do. Sort of. Now it squirts loose. Howden in a battle with Mayfield. Lecision with a wrister. Carrier funnels it back to the line for Haig. And across to Pietrangelo. Back to Haig again. Looking, long wrist shot on a glove save. Sorokin. Nearly 7 minutes gone in the second at T-Mobile Arena tonight. It's 1-0 for the Islanders.
He's right to Kolesar. Ilya Sorokin with a great stop. Keeps that left pad. Kolesar trying to elevate that puck. Couldn't get it up and over that left pad as Sorokin, but a great chance for Keegan Kolesar, looking for his first of the season.
Offensive zone draw for the Golden Knights. Sorokin has been good when called upon. The Islanders have also blocked 14 shots. Chara off this draw. He'll snap it up the middle of the ice. Krebs intercepts. Stevenson, Krebs, and Janmark up front for the VGK. With a steal, Zach Parise flips it in deep. Zach Parise sitting on 393 career goals. With a steal, his wrist shot on, turned away by Leonard. Now Parisi looking to thread the needle. Krebs intercepts. Chara moves it across, and Pulock winds it in. Janmark in his second game of the season. He missed the first 3 due to COVID-19 protocols. He was saying the other day, just spent 10 straight days in his room. Now Krebs will move it out. Played nearly 10 minutes in his season opening game Friday night. Chara has it. Moves it up ahead. Beauvillier tips it into the middle where Marchessault throws it in deep. Chara to give chase ahead of Smith. Smith takes it away momentarily. Now Beauvillier flips it high. Coughlin get a piece of it with a glove. McNabb back to get it.
Pretty good vertical by Coughlin. Almost got to that.
And now Carlson with a backhand clear. Marchessault plays it down. He'll turn it up ice. And backhands it in deep. Mayfield plays it. Nelson under some heat from Carlson. Now Palmieri gets it back, and Pelech will start it out for the Islanders. Nick Hague with a tying goal in the third period Friday night. William Karlsson driving in down the wing. Looking shot, saves Sorokin. Rebound Marchessault centered. And now it gets it back. Curls out top. Had to filter it down low. Palmieri blocks it. Marchessault keeps moving. Lays it out to the line to Hague. Backpedaling to the middle. Wrist shot. Saves Sorokin. Nick Waugh lost it to Brock Nelson. Nelson from his knees will backhand it in deep as the Islanders get wholesale changes. Alex Pietrangelo with it. And a lead pass to Kolasar. A little redirect. Evgeny Dadonov racing in. Dobson shoved him hard to the back glass. Puck around the wall. Lee and Miromanov. Waugh comes to the aid of Miromanov, but Lee able to intercept and dump it out. I had to figure Anders Lee was well on his way to another 20-goal year last year before that knee injury. Islander captain. Missed the final 2 months of the season, all of the playoffs. Waugh feeds it in front. Kolasar robbed by Sorokin again. Now Kolasar trying to turn off of Dobson. Bailey backhands it out. That eluded everybody and trickles to center ice.
Another great chance for Kolasar. Good little feed from behind the goal line by Waugh.
We saw last year, Keegan Kolasar has his chances. Certainly can't say it's been from lack of opportunities. Had 3 goals last year with the Golden Knights. First of which came against St. Louis on the 22nd of March. Jake Lecision driving wide. Taken to the boards by Cizikas. Now Will Carrier banks it out to Pietrangelo at the line. He'll throw it right back in deep, rotating it to Lecision. Penalty here as Houghton got taken down. Delayed call on the Islanders, now whistled as Matt Martin touches the puck. And Zdeno Chara is going to go to the box for the second time tonight.
We got some good shifts from Lecision, Carrier, and Houghton as they draw another penalty.
They are counting 33 interference.
Golden Knights on a power play when we come back.
Well, the Golden Knights trying to find a way to break through with a man advantage. 0 for 10 this season. You look, you go back to last year. It's been a while since they found a power play goal.
Golden Knights had 4 shots on their first power play in this game. You see the unit out there right now to begin this one. Looking to tie it. They control the draw. Theodore off now to Karlsson. His wrist shot deflected. Sorokin may get a piece of that. Now William Karlsson on the wing. Plays it back to Shea Theodore straight away. And around the horn to Stevenson. His shot blocked wide by Pelech. Mayfield up the glass but not out. Good keeping by Karlsson. Marchessault for Karlsson. He'll walk it back up the wall. Approaching 9 minutes to go in the second. Karlsson looking. His shot blocked wide. Hit his own man in Smith. Mayfield moves it to Pajot. And here's Parisi shorthanded. 2-on-2 they come. Parisi driving wide. Theodore able to pick his pocket and man stepped on the stick of Parisi. Cizikas busting in behind the net. He'll push it back to kill some time to Pulock at center ice. Who winds it in deep.
Yeah, Theodore is looking for a penalty. Had the evidence in his skates, but no call.
Minute down and a minute to go on this Vegas power play. Lead pass up ahead to Coghlan, didn't click. Pulock with time and space. Rips it down the ice. And the crowd getting a little restless here at T-Mobile. Up ahead, Pietrangelo into the offensive end. Pulls up, feeds Coghlan, back to Pietrangelo again. Down low, it's Colasar. Coghlan straight away with a shot over the net. Krebs on the wall. Colasar pressured by Pulock. Dadonov looking to dig it out. And Coghlan has a little bit of space. Off now to Peyton Krebs. Colasar behind the net. Pass intended for Pietrangelo, partially blocked by Pulock. Dadonov, shot, save made by Sorokin. Rebound of Bailey, and he'll shovel it down ice.
Hey, that last shot caught Colasar, who's slow to go off. Really better puck move by the Golden Knights. Real good chance initially with Marchessault's high tip, but not much since.
Yeah, Colasar for sure the victim of friendly fire, and he's trying to shake this off. Hunched over on the Vegas bench right now. Golden Knights did not land the shot on that power play. Islanders at full strength. Dadonov, Waugh, Janmark up ice. Waugh to the corner with Pelech. Dobson and Janmark in the neighborhood too. Janmark comes away with it. And a bank it to the line for Miromanov. Swinging around the boards for Braden McNabb. Now Anders Lee. And Adam Pelech will lead the Islanders up ice. Islanders looking to go above 500 for the first time in this young season. Janmark with Dobson. And now Pelech. Wrapped up by Carrier on the forecheck. Barzell and Stevenson looking to work it out. It squirts loose to Wahlstrom, and he'll shovel to center ice. Oliver Wahlstrom, his dad played at the University of Maine collegiately. Stevenson a wrist shot on a save made Sorokin. Wahlstrom committed to Maine, decommitted. Committed to Harvard, decommitted. Then played 1 year at Boston College. I did not decommit to any school.
I didn't get an offer to it.
I was lucky to get into one and lucky to get out. There is Wahlstrom who sends it in.
Not many turned down Harvard.
No.
If you're lucky enough to get in.
Center ice is Howden. Chara played it away from him. Lecision into the offensive end. Will play it in deep. And Zdeno Chara has it. He'll play it to Parisi. It kicked off his skate to McNabb. Up ahead now to Carlson. For Smith. Back to Carlson and a save Sorokin. Carlson for McNabb went between the wickets. And it's sent deep into the Islander zone, went up into the netting, so that'll stop play. 5:24 to go in the middle period in Vegas tonight. The Golden Knights down 1.
Wide, trying to go short side, catches Colasar right in the chest. He was slow heading back to the bench, seems all right. And look at the last chance by Vegas. Quick little give and go as Carlson does a good job. He's going to kick this out to Smith. Watch, a little hesitation, just slows up. That creates a little space, allows him to get open for a quick shot as Sorokin turns it away with the right pad.
William Karlsson leads the Golden Knights. 4 shots on net so far. Here comes Riley Smith driving in. Drops it back to Karlsson, but couldn't handle the pass. Nelson the other way, stood up by Haig. Pietrangelo plays it around for Smith. And now Marchessault, stick handles his way loose. Up ahead to Karlsson. Back to Marchessault, Pulock squeezes him off. Karlsson steps in to get it. Adam Pelech has it now. A little short feed to Pulock. And he'll move it. Palmieri backhands it out. Pietrangelo ahead of Beauvillier. First of 2 meetings between these teams this year. They'll do it again in the middle of December on Long Island. Adam Pelech with some time and space. A little short feed to Matt Barzell. Up the wing. Stevenson riding him the whole way. Barzell maintains the puck though. Trying to cut his way loose in front to Lee. Shot blocked away by Miromanov. They'll lead the Golden Knights up ice with Krebs. Poke checked away though by Dobson. And now Andy Green. Andy Green closing in on 1,000 games in his career. Number 994 tonight. The New Jersey Devils captain for many years. Like it all kind of comes full circle with Lou Lamoriello.
Yes, I was just going to say the same thing. Lou Lamoriello likes certain guys you're loyal with. Palmieri, another one of those guys.
First shot from Janmark, saved Sorokin. The rebound put wide by Waugh. Waugh in behind the net, looking to center it, blocked. First shot from Coughlin, and that's blocked away in front. And Zach Parisi, another one. Right?
Parisi
reunited with Lamoriello again.
One guy last year is Ajax.
Yep. Down low, Kolasar putting it towards the net, and Sorokin did the split to kick it out. Another terrific chance for Keegan Kolasar. He ought to be shaking his head. McNabb throws it in. Kolasar has 3 shots on net. They have all been golden opportunities. Decision shoved down. Up ice come the Islanders. Wahlstrom drops it off for Pajot. Missed it wide right. Mayfield keeps it alive, and now Wahlstrom curls out to the blue line. He'll backhand it in deep. Islanders have gone over 10 minutes without a shot on goal. 24-15 for the game in favor of Vegas, including 12-4 in the second period. But nothing on the board yet. Pajot into the Vegas end, driving wide, watched by Coughlin, trying to cut to the middle, and it swept away, and Carrier on the counterattack, alone on the rush. Backhands it wide of the net. Carlson just hopping on, picks it in, pulls the break, puts the brakes on, and feeds it back to the line to Haig. Long wrist shot missed. Carrier for Smith. Gonna fight his way in behind the net. He does, has a little bit of daylight now, filters it back to Pietrangelo. And a squeeze by Beauvillier. Smith picks it up. Here's Haig walking in. Head shot, and the glove save Sorokin. Ilya Sorokin, who pitched a shutout last night, and he's 25 for 25 tonight.
Oh, he's been excellent in net for New York. Here's a look at that Kolasar chance. Great little play. Tries to outweight Sorokin, who gets that left leg extended. Once again, Kolasar just needed to elevate that puck a little bit. And then the last save, Nick Haig walking in right to the face-off dot, trying to go glove side, and Sorokin with a great glove save. So Vegas has certainly turned it up here in the second. They like their jump. It's just a matter now of getting a little offensive confidence.
Yeah, the Islanders have really not spent any significant time in the offensive zone in the second period. Mentioned they played in Arizona last night. Pietrangelo gonna chip it down the glass. Pajot pokes it away from Carlson. Carlson stays in the battle and able to retrieve it from Pellick. Now here is Haig looking. And a fine Smith down low, just missed it on the redirect. And Pietrangelo back to get it. Sent deep into the Islander end. Janmark up ice first. Here's Marchessault walking in. Facing it behind the net. Pajot forced him in to the back glass. Pietrangelo looking, long drive, missed wide left. Haig keeps it in. Janmark to Marchessault, out in front to Stevenson, and a save made by Sorokin. Didn't get a lot on that on the backhand, and Sorokin holds on with 1:06 to go in the period. And now a word from Knockby Injury Law.
Oh, good chance for Stevenson. That was a strange play. That puck kind of pinballed. I think Janmark to Marchessault's skate to the front of the net, and a little bit of a bouncing puck and a backhand attempt from Chandler Stevenson.
Off this face-off, the Golden Knights control it. Theodore looking to flip it down low, but it went off of Clutterbuck. And out of play with a minute to go in the period.
Well, this is one of those areas, Dave, where the Golden Knights, lots of positives to take out of this. You're still down a goal, but can't let frustration set in. They can't change your game where they, you try to chase for that goal. That's when you can make mistakes.
Shots are 14-4 in the period for Vegas. Last goal that Ilya Sorokin allowed, an overtime winner for Patrick Laine in Columbus on October the 21st. Green with a long drive, missed the net. Krebs, the final 45 seconds of the period to Stevenson. into the offensive end, pulls up, but then turned it over, and Martin will clear. Now the Islanders have done the old rope-a-dope for most of this period.
Well, part of Islanders hockey. The last game they played against the Islanders, Vegas put up 43 shots to just 19. They did win, but it was just 1-0.
Puck over the glass with 21 seconds to go in the period. The Golden Knights still early in the season, but they're not alone, Shane. You look at the teams that made the deep run last year. Those four in the Final Four. Golden Knights have had their struggles. Canadians just broke the goose egg in the win department last night for their first victory of the season, but you see the Islanders in Tampa and what they've gone through as well.
Well, and yeah, the one thing is the Islanders been turning it around. Montreal got their first win. I think for Vegas, it's trying to stop that, but it is true. All those teams off to a bit of a slow start this year after going deep in the playoffs last season.
Gets magnified sometimes early in the season. Well, the Golden Knights trying to stop the losing streak at 3. They haven't lost 4 in a row since the final 4 games of Gerard Gallant's tenure behind the Vegas bench. That'll do it. Well, the second period. So the shots 14-4 in the second for Vegas, 26-15 through 2. The Islanders, due to that man, Ilya Sorokin, hanging on to the 1-0 lead.
Well, they have to find a way to solve Sorokin, and for the Golden Knights, good period. They've gotten better as this game's gone along. They'll need their best here in the third period as they're going to try and tie it up.
In the third period here at T-Mobile Arena, trailing 1-0, and a wrist shot here from Haig got blocked. Now Haig walks in again, his shot, and Sorokin got a piece of that. And Martin able to flip it up ahead. Here's Cizikas on a breakaway. Cizikas shot off the goal post. Oh, great chance for Casey Cizikas in alone. And the Golden Knights fortunate. That caught the iron on the glove side of Robin Lehner. And Sorokin will glove it and hold for a face-off. Oh, a great opportunity for Casey Cizikas. Walked right in. Clear-cut breakaway. And he had Robin Lehner try to go high glove. But off the iron and out.
Well, great chance for the Islanders on that play as Cizikas close to adding to the lead.
Well, off this face-off, the Islanders looking to gain possession. Miromanov. And now a wrist shot from Palmieri. And Lehner able to make the save and hold it for the whistle.
Well, maybe to turn the tide, a couple of big saves by Lehner as Palmieri lets one go from the top of the circle on the other side. Well, the Golden Knights trying to keep this thing close, just down a goal. And the Islanders certainly maybe not happy with their second period. Came out a little jump here. Lehner gets a little help from the post.
Well, the Golden Knights through 2 periods had only allowed 14 shots, the fewest they've allowed through 2 periods so far this season. They only allowed 4 total. And now along the near wall, Nelson trying to walk it out in front. Lost it. Krebs will start it back out. Coming down the wing, Mayfield bats it away from him. And Palmieri looking to break 2-on-2 with Beauvillier coming. Broken up, good work by Colasar on the back check to get a piece of it. Now the puck in the corner, and Colasar looking to get it back. It kicks out in front, but a penalty here. McNabb taking down Palmieri at the side of the net.
That was after a real good back check by Colasar. Did a good job not to take a penalty on the play. So you can see the Islanders come out in this third period with the jump. There's Colasar reaching around. Does a good job not to put that free hand around. And here's a look at the call as McNabb, that free left hand. And Kind of pushes Palmieri down to the ice. So the first power play of the game for the Islanders. The Islanders come in. Power play hasn't been exactly on fire. 2 for 14 this season. They were 1 for 2 last night against Arizona.
Now the Islanders looking to extend the lead, but Riley Smith off the draw. He'll gain the Islander end. The penalty kill for the Golden Knights. Shorthanded for the first time tonight. They've allowed 3 power play goals in their first 4 games. Nelson just got taken down. Wahlstrom has it in neutral ice, and he'll dish it back. And now Pulock dropping it off for Bailey. And here's Wahlstrom. He'll wind it in. Last year, the New York Islanders out in front. Nelson turned away by Leonard. That puck kicked to Nelson. What a chance for him. Leonard with a big stop.
Big save by Leonard. I don't know if Nelson got all that. It comes off Carlson's stick right to Nelson, who's all alone. Everybody's reading for a rim. Nelson's right in front. You see, kind of goes off his heel. Does not get a good shot away, but still Leonard able to recover. Good job with the paddle down to make the stop.
Great opportunity for Nelson. Off this draw, Pietrangelo behind his own goal. Pressured by Lee, but Janmark will fire it out. Last year, the New York Islanders were the only team in the league not to allow a shorthanded goal the entire season until they got to Game 7 in the semifinals against Tampa. And Yanni Gourde scored the only goal of that game shorthanded to send the Lightning to the Cup final for the 2nd straight year. In the corner, Lee. And he'll play it around out of Barzal. Intercepted though by Haig, who flings it down the ice.
That was a great read by Nick Haig. Uses that long reach to cut off that play behind the goal line and send it the length of the ice.
Noah Dobson into the offensive end, shovels it in. The Islanders 1 for 2 last night after 1 for their first 12 on the power play this season. Dobson will feed it off to Barzal on the half wall, looking back door. Beauvillier stopped by Leonard. A great chance for Anthony Beauvillier walking in. Now Lee with a wrist shot and Leonard with a glove save. Robin Leonard, some of his best work of the night.
Without question, Leonard some huge saves. Great pass by Barzal through the seam. That kind of went off the outside of the net. Beauvillier walking right in. And that misses everybody. And then the last chance, it's a turnover. Quick shot by Lee. You can see Leonard just able to push out, cut the angle as he gets on top of the blue paint. It's a big man, and when he pushes out of that angle, not a lot of room to shoot at.
Well, the chances the Islanders have had so far in the 3rd period, Cizikas to post on a breakaway, and great chances on the power play for Nelson, Beauvillier, and Lee. Bailey gains the line to Parisi. He'll play it into the corners. Pietrangelo fell down. Out in front, Nelson all alone, a backhand, and Leonard with a big stop. Now Nelson into the corner. 3 shots for the Islanders on the power play. Parisi trying to stuff it home, and that kicked wide. 3 great chances for the Islanders on the power play. The Golden Knights in full strength.
Well, Robin Leonard, the complete story for that penalty kill. Another bad turnover by the Golden Knights led to a great chance.
Now Clutterbuck playing it out to Pelech, just out of his reach though. Oh, you're right, Shane. The Islanders really didn't do anything offensively in the 2nd period. Much different story so far in the 3rd. Clutterbuck feeds it in front. Marchessault intercepts, and he'll swing it out. Right back comes Martin. He banks it into the corner. Miromanov around for Marchessault. Tied up by Clutterbuck. Lecision plays it out as he collided with Cizikas. And now the loose puck to Shea Theodore, and he'll wind it in around the dasher. A 1-0 lead for the Islanders in the 3rd. Had great chances to extend it, but Robin Leonard's come up big in this period. Pelech darting into the corner on Shea Theodore, and Theodore stays with it. Regains possession. Had to force it to Miromanov and never reached him. Wahlstrom zips it across the slot for Pelech. He'll backhand it in a little further. Around it goes to Pajot with Houghton in pursuit. Theodore takes it away. Miromanov gets his feet moving and banks it out. Pulock intercepts. And now Wahlstrom will reload for the Islanders. Up ahead to Parisi, and he'll fire it in cross corner. Leonard moving it off for Theodore. feed it up the middle of Colasar. His pass intended for Dodonov would have been offside. Well, the Golden Knights will clear the zone. Barzal through center, swings it in. Coughlin and Barzal to the inboards. Haig up the glass for Waugh. Now Lee, bumped by Colasar. That's sprung and loose for Waugh. Offside as they broke Waugh, Dodonov, and Coughlin into the offensive end.
Oh, another great save. We talked about it. Robin Lehner, his last one. Brock Nelson had a couple of great chances. Goes to the backhand, and Lehner stretching out. One save, and then Nick Haig's going to dive behind him. All 6'6" across the goal line as he makes the second save. I believe with his chest. Great save by Lehner staying with Nelson. He gets the second chance, and you see both Parise and Haig. I believe that puck may have caught Haig in front.
Keegan Colasar a little shaken up in that last sequence. Took a shot off the chest earlier in the game, and during that whistle had to be tended to, and he'll make his way back to the Vegas bench.
He had a hit on. It's a hit on Lee, and you can see the elbow of Lee kind of comes up. Unintentional, but still an elbow that Colasar skated right into. Right now, he'll be tended to on the Golden Knights bench.
Face off outside the Islander end. And Dobson across to Green. Up towards Beauvillier, but out of his reach. And an icing. And a face off back in the Islander end of the ice. The Golden Knights trying to solve Ilya Sorokin. Has 4 career shutouts, the 4th of which came last night. He's had back-to-back shutouts one other time in his career. You have to go back to February of 2021. Consecutive starts for him. He's been very good, but Leonard's had to be equal to the task here in the third.
Well, it was Sorokin in the second period that stepped up for his team, and it's been Robin Lehner in the third period that stepped up for Vegas.
Green snaps it around all the way down for an icing on the Islanders. Just over 6 minutes played in the third. We'll take a look at our drive to the finish, brought to you by Subaru of Las Vegas.
Well, I think it's kind of obvious. Capitalize on chances. Pete DeBoer and his team yet to find a way to beat Sorokin. Down a goal in this game. They need to find and generate and capitalize on some offense.
The misfit line out there right now with Theodore and McNabb on the back end. Puck down, Islanders control it. Dobson has it, flips it to center ice. William Karlsson right back the other way for Riley Smith, and now McNabb with a wrist shot blocked. And McNabb bats it wide as it picked out of the air. Nelson a little spin move on Karlsson. Pulls up. Andy Green up ahead now to Beauvillier. He'll feather one in deep. McNabb moves it around for Riley Smith. And now here is Karlsson. Feeds it down the wall. Marsh is still trying to push it ahead to Smith, and a save Sorokin. Haig keeps it in. Nick Haig tied Friday's game in the third period. Beauvillier starts it out. Up ahead to Clutterbuck, squeezed off by Haig. But Mayfield pushes it to Cizikas, and he'll snap it down the wall. Narton in deep for Clutterbuck. Curls up the left side and rotates it in a little further. Martin with a body. He and Pietrangelo hit the deck. Pietrangelo back up, has it. And here's Waugh with Colasar. Looks to be okay. After being shaken up in his last shift. Pietrangelo up ahead. Colasar off to Krebs. Pass went off his skate. At Barzal the other way for New York. Haig had him lined up and takes the puck away. Bailey leans in on him to get it back. Barzal darting to the net, and he scores! From a sharp angle, Matt Barzal beats Robin Lehner to make it 2-0 Islanders in the third.
Well, they capitalized on a turnover. The Golden Knights unable to get it out. They had it about 10 feet from the blue line along the wall. Can't get it out. Here's the play, trying to locate that puck. You see all the bodies, but doesn't get out, kept in. It's good work by Bailey, and then Barzal takes it, and what a shot by him. Gets Leonard to come just off that post, up over the left shoulder. As Krebs coming back, takes away the angle, and Barzal puts that right upstairs for his third of the season, and it's a 2-goal lead for the Islanders.
7:33, the time of the goal from Matt Barzal. Led the Islanders in scoring each of his 4 seasons in the league. Here coaches talk a lot, Shane, about 5 or 10 feet inside and outside each blue line. That puck was real close to getting out, but it never got out. And it cost the Golden Knights. Carrier looking to feed it in front. Well, the Islanders have stepped on the gas here in the third after a sleepy second. And they're up 2-0 now. Carrier moves it in behind the net for Dadonov. Pajot reaches in to take it away, then Dadonov able to regain the puck. Miromanov with a wrist shot and a save, Sorokin, and he'll hold it. So 11:53 to go in the third. Vegas down by 2.
Well, 30 for 30 is the Golden Knights trying to find a way to get one past them. He's excellent in that second period. Golden Knights put 14 on him just in that period alone. And coming off a shutout last night, he's picked up right where he left off. He's been fantastic in goal. Maybe the best chance Keegan Colasar got a stick on that one. Glove save on Nick Hague. Still some time left here, just a little under 12 minutes left as Golden Knights now down a pair.
Ilya Sorokin's turned away the last 56 shots he's seen. Had the 26 save shutout in Arizona last night. Said the Islanders are being overly cautious with Semyon Varlamov, their number 1 man, returning from injury, yet to play this season. And Corey Schneider was their backup. There's that Lou Lamoriello connection again. On-time Devil goaltender. As Clutterbuck clears. And an icing on New York with 11:22 to go. And now a word from Knock the Injury Law. Golden Knights down 2 in the third. The second Islander goal, Matt Barzal from Josh Bailey. Matt Barzal with 6 points in 7 career games against the Golden Knights. Hague at the point, out high Dadonov let it rip, and Sorokin got a good look at that from about 50 feet away to snare it for a whistle.
We talked about Vegas getting to the front of that one. Sorokin able to see the whole way as Carrier was in a battle right in front. Seeing Pete DeBoer kind of shuffle things around. The line's a little different than you saw at the start. Now Carrier out there with Stevenson and Dadonov.
And Stevenson and Nelson on this faceoff. Nelson wins it, Dobson to Green. And Green moving it up ahead. Beauvillier and now Palmieri, but Stevenson gets it back. A wrist shot, deflected wide of the net. Carrier broke in. Had the opportunity, but it never reached Ilya Sorokin. With 11:04 to go now in the third period.
Well, Will Carey trying to break in, and there's a look at Sorokin. Drafted by the Islanders, 78th overall back in 2014. Last year had 13 wins. His injury this year, he's been the main man in net for New York.
Said he kind of started the playoffs for the Islanders last year, and then they turned things over to Semyon Varlamov. Carry them, as we said, to Game 7 of the semifinals against Tampa Bay. Hague behind his own cage. Golden Knights trying to end the 3-game losing streak. No soft touches for them coming up. Quick 2-game road trip through Colorado and Dallas this Tuesday and Wednesday. Howden backhands it in deep. Green up the wall, but not out. Howden able to move it to Lecision. They're joined by Janmark up front. Here's Theodore out top. His drive blocked wide by Parisi. And Theodore keeps it in, walks it to the middle, feeds it down low to Howden. Driving in wide behind the net, look to move it off to Janmark. Parisi broke it up in front, and Palmieri runs it out.
There's been a few of those plays, just not able to hang on to those bouncing pucks in front.
Ryan Pulock flushed out by Janmark, up the boards, deflected to neutralized by Anders Lee. This past the halfway point of the third period. Dave Gosher, Shane Knighty, Ashley Weiss with you with T-Mobile Arena. The Golden Knights wrapping up 4 of 5 on home ice to begin the season. Trying to avoid going to 1-4 through their first 5 games. Pellick pinching in. Took the hit from Colasar. Lee out top. Dishing it off to Mayfield. Shot blocked by Pietrangelo. And now Krebs across for Theodore. Lead pass to Waugh. Into the Islander end, but not for long. Barzal in the back check, and Mayfield stood up as well. Colasar protecting it, had a poke checked away. And Waugh moves it to Krebs. And a sidestep pull-up. Pajot up the glass and out. And out of play for a whistle with just over 9 minutes to go in the third. And the Islanders with the Islanders. Huge part of their dynasty in the early 80s. Shane, his numbers were crazy. 69 goals, 68, 64, 60, 61. And we send out our best wishes to him. He revealed recently battling lung cancer, but what a career. One of the great all-time Islanders, and number 22, Mike Bossy.
My brother's favorite player. He was an Islanders fan. I was an Oilers fan, being the younger one. And eventually my team got to take over.
Here's Marchessault with a wrist shot turned away by Sorokin. Smith in deep. Smith along with Carlson and Marchessault up front. Golden Knights looking to put a dent in this 2-0 Islanders lead. Pietrangelo keeps it in. He'll shovel it to the corner for Smith. Out in front, Carlson, a wrist shot blocked to the back glass. Theodore in the blue line. Cross to Pietrangelo. And a shake loose from Cizikas. Theodore out top. His shot blocked wide. And Clutterbuck got a piece of that. And Carlson's pass eludes Theodore and slides back to the Vegas end.
Well, the Islanders do such a good job defensively. You have possession time, but they just take away the middle of the ice.
Green up the wall. Beauvillier tips it out. And now off ice comes Brock Nelson. Coughlin plays him in the one-on-one. Stevenson chips it loose. And Dadonov to Carrier, off his skate to McNabb. And now Chandler Stevenson coming up on 8 minutes to go. He couldn't connect with Carrier. And now the puck loose for Noah Dobson. For the Islanders on the Barry Trotz, one of the most structured teams in the league. Palmieri into the offensive end. Wrist shot on, save Leonard. He'll hold for the faceoff. And we'll take a look at tonight's Taco Bell Take game summary. Now the Islanders struck in the first on a goal from Josh Bailey. His first, he has 1-1 tonight. Extended the lead on Matt Barzal's third. They had to weather the storm in the second. The Golden Knights outshot the Islanders 14-4 in the second, but a 2-goal deficit, especially against an Islanders team, Shane, can seem maybe even a little steeper than it would against most clubs.
Yeah, absolutely. They know how to lock it down, but in this situation, that's why they've been a good team for the last years. Their ability to get the lead. They don't need much and then hang on to it.
Puck bounces back into the Islander end. And Sorokin to move it off for Jara, who cuts the net. 32-24 the shots for the Golden Knights. Lee off now to Barzal to Bailey. Couldn't shoot it. They may have handcuffed him a little bit. It was in too tight. Now Lee. Islanders looking to go above 500 for the first time this year. Their 6th straight road game to begin the season. They'll play 13 straight away from home before it's all said and done. Chara chips it around for Pulock. And he has some open ice. Now Bailey lost it at center, so did Janmark. And Nick Hague will track it down.
Now is Pietrangelo going for a change. He's just under 25.5 minutes played in this game already. We're going to get a penalty to Janmark.
Vegas penalty number 26, trip.
Second power play for the Islanders.
Well, here's a look, a loose puck. Janmark. Not sure much there. Kind of ran in, may have caught that leg. Joe, as he went down. Certainly not the timing they wanted, as the Golden Knights short ahead for the second time in this game, and a massive penalty kill coming up. Said Leonard was the difference in that power play earlier in this period that New York had. They had 3 or 4 glorious opportunities. Leonard came up with some big saves.
Well, a kill here is imperative. The Golden Knights have a chance. Under 7 minutes left. Second power play of the night for the Islanders. The Isles under Barry Trotz, 21-4-4 in the back end of back-to-back games over the last 3 seasons, and up 2-0 in this one tonight. Off the draw, Riley Smith will start it out. Matt Barzal gets it back. Up ice, Palmieri. Loose out high. His shot blocked high and out of play. With 6:40 to go. Face off in the Vegas end.
Oh, nice play by Carlson as Smith kind of fell coming back into the zone. Carlson able to get a stick in the shot lane as Palmieri looking to let it go. This up Barzal carrying that up. Does not take much to get him going. Great skater. We saw McDavid here the other night, who was not much better than him. Then you see Barzal tonight, and Tuesday it'll be Nathan McKinnon.
Here's McNabb to fling it down the ice. Noah Dobson starts it out. And he'll drop it back to Matt Barzal. Increase the Islander lead to 2-0 here in the third. Watt tipped that into his own bench and it came back to him. So a whistle with 6:20 to go. You were saying, Shane, that you've got Colorado Tuesday, Dallas Wednesday, and Pete DeBoer's touched on this. There are no soft touches here for them to try to work their way out of this.
I don't think there is anywhere around the league. You look at some of the teams that are winning. Detroit's been able to turn around. Seen Anaheim Ducks, San Jose, teams that we thought maybe were kind of in that rebuild. They've come off to terrific starts. So, each and every night you've got to find a way. You've got to bring your best. And certainly the path does not get any easier as the season goes along.
Here's Waugh. He'll fire it down on Sorokin. And certainly over the last couple of games, I think the two of the goals the Oilers scored the other night, the result of turnovers. Second goal here tonight, result of a turnover. They're kind of in this cycle of mistakes ending up in the back of their net.
And that's the way when you're struggling to find your game or find offense, you're playing hard. The compete level's where it needs to be, but it's just little things that kind of bring you down. And when you're winning and you got confidence, it seems those little mistakes never hurt you.
Tonight, they dominated the second period and nothing to show for it. Sorokin was excellent. Nelson feeds it in the middle, taken away by Carlson. He'll break with Smith shorthanded. Carlson into the offensive end, trying to cut to the middle on Dobson. Now Smith with it, a backhand, and Sorokin with a glove save. And he'll hold it.
Well, Sorokin does such a good job of following the puck. Puck's going to kind of get caught in Carlson's skate. There's a bunch of guys. Look at it, tracks it as Smith comes off that pile, picks it up, and Sorokin able to read it, moves. He's in perfect position the whole time. He doesn't lose sight of the puck and able to make the save. And this shows the goalie playing with a ton of confidence right now for the Islanders. A good shorthanded chance for Riley Smith.
Now Smith with the opportunity, his 5th shot of the game to lead the Golden Knights. Trying to kill the final 25 seconds of this penalty to Janmark and see if they can mount a late game comeback. Barzal knifing his way through. Now Pajot. Barzal throws it on net. Leonard with the save. The rebound to Howden, and he'll move it through center ice. Gains the red line and dumps it in. So Janmark makes his return. Islanders did not land a shot on that power play. Golden Knights down by 2. McNabb turned it over. And Barzal wheeling it back out top. Long wrist shot deflected out of play by Pietrangelo. 4:37 to go in the third period. The Golden Knights need 2 to tie it.
Head coach Pete DeBoer, as well as full analysis from VGK insider Gary Lawless. That's all coming up on the Findlay Automotive Group post-game show right after the game. Dave, Shane?
Darren, thank you. The Golden Knights in year 2 began the season 1-4. They're trying to avoid a 1-4 start in year 5. Face off in their own end. Stevenson and Cizikas will take it. And Ilya Sorokin looking for back-to-back shutouts. Posted back-to-back shutouts last season in consecutive starts. Here's Pellick. He'll steer it in deep. Petrangelo banks it around. Theodore under some heat from Clutterbuck. Cizikas and Stevenson. Now Martin wrists it wide of the net. Mayfield. Cizikas and Stevenson in deep. Pops loose for Petrangelo. The Golden Knights will push it up ice. Stevenson gains the line, driving wide, going back door, intended for Dadonov, and the pass got tipped to the glass.
Well, that's the thing with the Islanders. You're trying to force those plays. They got such good defensive sticks. It's tough to find those seam passes wall to wall.
Carrier and Bullock. And Nelson and Stevenson and Dadonov picks it up. Tried to get it back to the line, got blocked. May have hit the referee.
Hey, there's a little displeasure with that.
Wasn't
have
happy about
the
it.
ice mics picked up as trying to send it back to the blue line. Caught the referee's skate.
Haig plays it up ahead, but out of the reach of Dadonov. And an icing on the Golden Knights with 3:26 to go.
Now you wonder what the level of frustration, or if there is, for the Golden Knights at this point. You know, they feel probably, certainly in that game, came into the right things. They had a real good start, first 10 minutes, that first period. Didn't have anything to show. First kind of shot and then the rebound. The Islanders were able to score. Second period, they took the play, but nothing to show for it. And then a goal by Barzal here in the third has the Islanders up 2-0 with time running down.
Yeah, the Islanders stepped on the gas in the third period after they spent most of the second in their own end. Lee let it rip. That hit Pajot, it looked like. Now Lee in the corner. Coughlin there. Lee looking to track it down. Watched by Haig. Robin Lehner's had to make some huge saves in this third period. And then Barzal caught him leaning off that short side post, went upstairs over Lehner's left shoulder. Here the second Islander goal of the game. Riley Smith up ice. Pulls up, feeds McNabb the trailer. McNabb puts it towards the net, saves Sorokin. He'll hold. 2:44 to go. Offensive zone draw. See how much longer Pete DeBoer is going to wait until he gets Robin Lehner out of there for the extra player.
Oh, another rush. Take a look at the Toyota instant replay as Braden McNabb using that reach, trying to outweight Sorokin, but he's able to not only make the save, nice little pickup by McNabb, skate to stick. You see Sorokin, just the positioning he's had, square to that puck, makes the save, and no rebound whatsoever.
An offensive zone draw for the Golden Knights. Stevenson, Waugh, Kolasar, Haig, and Miramanoff. Stevenson wins it clean to Haig. At the point, they'll throw it in deep towards Stevenson. Cizikas has it now, and he'll send it all the way down right to Lehner, and therefore no icing. Haig snaps it up ahead for Waugh. And here's Kolasar at center. He'll lob it in down the glass, racing in after it. Lays it around towards Miramanoff, but it jumped the glass for a whistle. Robin Lehner halfway to the bench. He's looking towards the bench to see if he's going to come out, and he is.
I think he's going to get the wave now with 2:21 remaining here in the third. And down a pair of goals, offensive zone draw. And Pete DeBoer able to get the 6 guys he wants on the ice, the Carlson line, Theodore, Petrangelo, along with Dadonov.
Offensive zone draw here for the Golden Knights. Puck down. And back to the line, Theodore. Now Petrangelo with a wrist shot, blocked down by Pellick. And he'll bank it out. Extra attacker out there for the Golden Knights. And Green with it. Now the puck loose in the corner for Smith. 1:55 to go. Petrangelo. Off now, it's Marchessault looking. Headshot, and Sorokin got a piece of it. Theodore pinching in on Bailey. Puck loose to Pajot, and Lee backhands it towards the empty net, and he missed it. That curled just wide left by a millimeter. Icing on the Islanders.
Not only that, it did it in slow motion just to bring up the dramatic effect. This little backhand attempted. Watch this thing just slow. It's like it starts on the far side of the net and just curls Spin, spin, spin. But it was aiming for the other side and just completely curled just wide. So a good break for the Golden Knights as a timeout is called. And this is Coach Steve's spot. We'll talk about something off the draw. I think the other side for the Islanders, looking at the defensive side of things. There's a look at Robin Leonard, who, you know, it's been a tough goal. He's played well for Vegas here. Just he needs some goal support.
The Golden Knights last year were shut out 3 times all season long, the last of which was April the 30th in Arizona by Aiden Hill. After the timeout, Carlson, Marchessault, and Smith, and Stevenson with Theodore and Pietrangelo. And Carlson and Pajot on the draw. Shots are 40-26 for Vegas. Golden Knights control it. Theodore across. Pietrangelo looking. Wrist shot tipped wide. They have caught the outside of the post. Now Carlson in front. Gonna move it down low, but Green flips it out. Pietrangelo back on it. Up ahead to Marchessault. Dashing in down the wing. Throws it in front, but out of the reach of Smith. Bouncing puck to Carlson. He'll kick it to Marchessault. Smith. And now out in front, Chara to play it to the corner. And he'll put it into his own bench. 61 seconds to go.
Long reach of Chara, 6'9", and that lost a little bit of the foot speed. Certainly it's a fast game, but big wingspan. Able to get to a lot of pucks, defend well. And that'll be a good idea to solidify their defensive group, bringing in the 44-year-old.
He may have lost some foot speed, but not any size, to say the least, right? Zdeno Chara is 24th season in the NHL. Here's Smith in behind the Islander net, looking to feed it out in front. Puck along the far wall, Marchessault battling Nelson to keep it in. Stevenson in deep. Off now to Smith. Here's Pietrangelo with 42 seconds. A return pass. Smith, good work to keep it in. Stevenson, pass blocked. Clutterbuck up but not out. Pietrangelo wristing it down low. Smith centered it back toward Marchessault and he couldn't convert it. Battle for it in the corner. And the clock continuing to tick. And the puck way up in the air and out of play off the protective netting for a whistle with 21.5 seconds left.
Oh, a good chance. Jonathan Marchessault. The puck's going to come to the front. Smith sets him up and racing to get there. And Sorokin indeed does get that right shoulder right up against the post. He has certainly been sharp in net for the Islanders in this game. Without doubt, 41 saves.
Now you can see the frustration there of Jonathan Marchessault boiling over. Off this draw, Lee diving to push it out. Pietrangelo up ahead. Colasar chips it in deep. Battle for it in behind the Islander net. Trying to dig it loose, but the Islanders will be content to kill the time. Out in front, Theodore. Now one final save by Sorokin, who posts back-to-back shutouts for the second time in his career. One final chance for Shea Theodore, point blank. 42 saves on the night, and the win for Ilya Sorokin.
Oh, what a save. Final play, the second, just about a second left. There's the shot on Sorokin. Mentioned earlier, his ability to track pucks so well from behind the net through traffic, and that went off a stick and then right into the crest of Sorokin as he ups it to 42 saves for the shutout tonight for the Islanders. Alex Pietrangelo ends the evening at 30 minutes and 14 seconds of ice time.
Ilya Sorokin, back-to-back shutouts, 68 straight saves going back to last night. Our game changer of the night, brought to you by Comprehensive Cancer Centers.
Well, it's the guy we've been talking about, Ilya Sorokin, and fantastic. Maybe that second period, his best body of work in this game. 14 shots by the Golden Knights, able to stop a lot. He was just in the zone tonight. He's been in the zone 2 straight games, back-to-back shutouts for him. One